let's get started with our insert method. What our insert method will do is it will take a key and value pair, turn them into a hash node, and place that node into the correct bucket in our hash table. Let's start coding it out. We will write hash table dot prototype dot insert equals a function. And this method will take two parameters, a key and a value. We are soon going to turn our key and value parameters into a hash node, but not yet. The first thing that we want to do is figure out which bucket our soon-to-be hash node will go into, and we can figure this out with the hash method that we created. So we can say variable index, which will be an index or a bucket in our hash table, equals this dot hash invoked with our key parameter. Great, so now we know what bucket our hash node will go in. It will go in whatever number our index variable turns out to be. So we have two situations now. Either the bucket that we are supposed to put our hash node in is empty, or the bucket is not empty. So we will have to deal with both of these situations in our code. We will first deal with the situation in which our bucket is empty by saying, if there is nothing in our this.buckets at the given index, then we are simply going to make a node and put it in that bucket. So we will say then this.buckets at our index will equal a new hash node made from our key and value parameters. And we will say otherwise, if there is a node or multiple nodes chained together in the bucket, what do we want to do? Well, we simply want to travel through the chain of nodes, which could be one node or it could be 20 nodes, whatever it is, and we want to attach our new node to the last node in the chain, right at the end. We will do this with a while loop, similar to how we traveled through our linked list in the first section. We need a starting point, so we will initiate a current node and set it equal to the first node in the bucket by saying variable current node equals this.buckets at our index. Now we will write our while loop and say that we want it to run as long as there is another node in the chain, or in other words, as long as current node dot next is present. Then inside of our while loop, all we are going to do is set the current node equal to the next node in the chain, or current node dot next. Okay, so all this code is saying is that while this is not the last node in the chain, continue to travel down through the chain by changing the current node to the next node in the chain. Then, when we are on the last node in the chain, our next property will be equal to null. So this while loop will stop running because null is falsy, or equivalent to false. Cool. So after this while loop has finished running, our current node variable will be the last node in our chain. Now all we want to do is create a new hash node and add it onto this one. So we will say current node dot next equals a new hash node with our key and value parameters passed in. And that is our insert method. The first thing that we do is hash our key to figure out what bucket to put our new node in. Then, if that bucket is empty, we simply make that bucket a new hash node with our key and value parameters. Otherwise, if the bucket has a node or chain in it already, we travel to the end of the chain with our while loop and add our new hash node onto the end of our chain. Simple as that. Let's test out our insert method to make sure that it works in the next video.